Hello, and this is Theme Park Squib, and welcome to another episode of the Fright Show. In this week's Fright Show, I'll be doing an in-depth review of all the events I've done in the last week. Also, I'll be showing you some Halloween merchandise and telling you last week's Guess the Maze. Let's get into news. Tweaking news, I will be reviewing and giving you an in-depth review of the three events I have been to in the last week. So let's get straight into it. The first event was Thorpe Park Fright Night. Really do enjoy this event every year. You have some really good original story mazes and famous horror brands as well. Really good event. Got some rides in the day and did the behind the scenes maze tour. Check out the video if you haven't yet. And we did some rides, not all the rides, but most of the rides. Walking Dead, a private hire, that was a really good go on that. But sadly no actors, that would have been mad at the end if it had actors in. But the mazes there, some of them were good, but some of them weren't so good. Our first maze was The Walking Dead Do or Die, the brand new maze for 2018, or one of the brand new mazes, quite a lot of new ones this year. It was the same story as Sanctum, basically, the maze they had last year, which is one of my least favourite scare mazes, or is my worst scare maze I've ever been in. But this was an improvement for it. Not the scariest maze, but has quite a lot of set pieces. Want a lot of zombies, as I believe in the TV show Your Journey to Sanctum is not a lot of zombies. There is a zombie scene in there. You went in on that bus, which I think was one amazing piece of filming, where we were on that bus and the guy came in to knock my thing, and then he said get down behind the seats. It's an actual school bus, which was amazing. And this time, instead of being a fully outdoor maze, you did go inside the shipping containers, which I think was a lot better, as there's some scenes in there. And it wasn't on Swarm Island or in the staffing area next to Swarm Island. It was where the Big Top was last year, next to Zodiac in Lost City, which I think was an amazing place for it. It wasn't as long as Sanctum was, but it was a good maze. Lots of good scares in there, but the chainsaw in there felt a bit wasted, really, as it was not at the end of the maze, but in the middle, and it wasn't a good scare. Just you had it run at you, and I had to wait for the rest of the group to come in before you did get the run. And I did get a nice scare at the end of an actor coming out of Kerr and a zombie. Our second maze was Dead Creek Woods, another one of the new mazes for this year. It's basically the zombie hunt attraction without the guns and not about zombies. It was about a virus, and I did enjoy that one. You went in, told about the virus, and it's more people going mad in there other than zombies, but as you went through it, they did get more unhuman-like in there, and the ending was mad with the two ones at the end of the old security van that was in Sanctum last year, and it was a good maze, I think. Not the scariest, it's been rated not the scariest, but it was good. Then we did do platform number 15, my favourite outdoor maze of the whole thing. I love that maze, back for this year. Bit of a story enhancement about a wedding this time, which was amazing, with some bride actors in there. Mainly the same maze, but had a different ending, but really enjoyable maze, a nice long maze, and I love the story of the old railway line and the old train getting used. The next maze was Vulcan Peak, one of the other brand new mazes, an indoor one in the old I'm a Celebrity building. This maze, people have been giving bad reviews. I actually really did enjoy it. It's a bag on your head maze, the longest queue we did queue of the night. Put the bag on your head, you had the pre-show, it was all 20s, and bit of sick and tired of that announcement about Vulcan Peak being the more mysterious than Atlantis, and I'm looking for adventure. But you put the mask on. Mainly the maze was the bag on your head following the rope, but I think we did get split up from the rest of the group, because halfway through the maze the guy who was holding onto the back of me disappeared. Only one actor there who jumps at you and said you got to get out, and then the next actor was bags off your head, and I did enjoy it. And you went through, had a couple of actors in there. We nearly went through a fire exit, which was a bit bad, and I nearly tripped over the big squeeze in there, because they've done something to it from I'm a Celebrity, which I think's not meant to happen with a big squeeze, trying to bend it round another way. But the ending was fantastic. A guy came in, showed me your hands, and all of a sudden LED paint came on, and he had the markings. He's like, they're coming, it filled the walls, and the guy jumped out of a bush and captured him. I think it was a really good maze, my second favourite maze of the night. Next we did my favourite maze, favourite thing of the whole event, which was the Big Top Showtime. An amazing show in the Dome. I really did enjoy that, and it was mad in there, and they did do their intense section. Then we checked out the Terror at Amity High Scare Zone, which was a bit toned down on the scares, but I did enjoy it, and I really do enjoy the Scare Zone type at these scare events. Then next we had some fast passes for doing the tour, so we did a Living Nightmare. Returning this year, not many changes, but it was my favourite maze of the night. Didn't get Negan in the first bit, we got his associate who had a big sword, like the boss man can't see you, but that makes it different. Every time in that maze it is different. And in the last maze was Saw Alive, we also had a fast track for that. It wasn't as good as it was in the summer. It was my third favourite maze, behind Vulcan Peak and Living Nightmare. I'm sure it was even more scarier in summer. It had a lack of actors, I think because we were at the front of the group, but I did enjoy it. It's still an enjoyable maze, isn't it? Then Chessington Halloween, an amazing family event and some amazing scare mazes there. Trick or Treat Wood and Curse of Lost Tomb have had some major changes for this year, especially Trick or Treat Wood. Instead of being a multi-route maze, it's now a single route maze. That's really not for my age group, so I'm not going to review it as much. But then the other two, Curse of the Lost Tomb, major change around the whole route and an exit. Instead of going into Mahara's Market, which is the shop next door, you went near the Dodgerums. New, and the smell pod in that first scene to like liquid or washing up liquids was amazing, and really good maze. A family maze, not that scary, but Creepy Caves is a fantastic attraction, a world-class maze. It's a paid extra, really did enjoy it, and it has a different ending for this year that was really cool. Really do enjoy it. It's just the theming and the story. The story is amazing for that maze. I really do dwell on it, and I can see why it's an award-winning attraction. And then the ending now was a screen saying that, well done, you survived the test, it was all set up, but if you let this out to the public, they wouldn't like it. And the actors running, I had one guy run at me with a baseball bat. It was amazing and a fantastic attraction. Also got on a lot of night rides, it's good at Chessington. The last 2 hours do get very quiet. The next event we went to was Legoland Brick or Treat, which has changed quite a bit from a family event more to a child's event now. I used to say that Legoland was a better all-round family event than Chessington, but now I'll say it's the other way around, as Legoland's got more for the child route, and the Haunted House Monster Party, you know, getting built, the new Madhouse opening next year, which we now know is going to be part of the Adventureland section of the park. It looks amazing and I can't wait to ride it. That's it for news this week. Let's get into merchandise. This week in merchandise, I will be showing you some pins I did get, some of them Halloween related, some of them not, and a pop badge I did get at Chessington. So first I'll show you the pop badge. There's now new pop badge machines at Chessington, the same which are at Thorpe Park, where you put £2 in, you get the ball out like Thorpe Park, and they're area names as well like Thorpe Park. I've got Port and Base Camp at Thorpe Park, and this one I've got Wild Asia with Chessington World of Adventures Resort at the top, which I like. Thorpe Park ones don't have Thorpe Park on, but I do like having Chessington and that Wild Asia logo on there. Now we have some pins. The first one is from Chessington Halloween. Love that logo for that event, and 2018 on it, which shows I've been there in 2018. Really nice pin. And next is the Fright Nights pin 2018, there with 2018 at the bottom. These are similar to last year's pins, but different dates, and Chessington last year didn't even have a year on it, which was a bit stupid. And then the other one that I've been waiting for, Walking Dead The Ride, had its merchandise put out a bit late really, and here it is, The Walking Dead The Ride, the hand. I love that logo and I like the t-shirts with it on. And yeah, I really do like that logo, and Walking Dead The Ride is a world-class attraction. I do miss X, but I like stuff if it's a good replacement. Not like, I don't think Gruffalo was a good replacement to Bubbleworks, but I think Walking Dead was a good replacement to X. Let's get into Guess the Maze. This week in Guess the Maze, I will reveal last week's Guess the Maze that was Terror of the Towers, What Lies Within. A previous maze at Alton Towers, which is not returning for this year. It's been there every year since the beginning. So well done if you did get that correct. And you'll get a shout out in this week's shout out section of the show. This week's Guess the Maze is a maze, obviously. And it's a scare maze that opened last year. And when it opened, it was the park's scariest attraction yet. If you know what that maze is, put it down in the comments down below and you'll get a shout out in next week's shout out section of the show. Let's get into shout outs. Get straight into the shout outs. First we have the Guess the Maze answers from Avalanche Attractions UK, well done. Molly Wiltshire, well done. Theme Park Magic, well done. And Nasher Vlogs, well done for getting the maze correct. Next we have a YouTube comment from TP Vlogs, who we also did meet at Thorpe Park on Friday, so check out the vlog. He's also in our Thorpe Park Fright Nights vlog, and also check out his channel. Also, we did meet Sean Sandbrook from Theme Park Worldwide at the weekend at Chessington World of Adventures Halloween, which the vlog will be online soon. Next we have the Twitter, retweets and likes from Airtime John, TPC, Digital Dan, Kim Nash, John Burton, Joel A, Theme Park Pete, Craig, Twick or Tweet Toy, Avalanche Attraction Spook, Charlie B, Theme Park Guide, Scream Park Mania, Spook Boys, Theme Park Worldwide, Owen Cornelius, Corkscrew Coasters, Courtney, Theme Park Mark, JK, William, Backstreet Blackout, Amy Harrison, George and Caleb Gill. Thank you for liking and retweeting on Twitter. Also, don't forget to check out some other smaller channels as they are good to watch. That's it for this week's episode of the show. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and guess the maze, and check out our Halloween videos from Thorpe Park Fright Nights, Oldham Tower Scarefest, the behind the scenes maze tour, Chessington and Legoland will be online soon. Also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We've got a couple of other vlogs coming after them. We're at White Castle on Sunday for the Haunted Castle and I cannot wait. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!